Welcome to Bad Amateurs. This time we subjected ourselves to Geostorm. Familiar yarn of somebody built a worldwide network of satellites that can control the weather through firing bombs at them.
That's right.
The old cliche.
That old story that we've all heard before.
Gather round, kids. I want to tell you the story of old...
So there are a few things in this movie that I didn't like. Like the dialogue.
It's a big chunk, yes. The space station, which is an absolute feat of mankind, I might say.
There's a lot that doesn't make sense about that.
They say 2017 is when this was made, and they do a little pan forward. By 2019, the weather will be uncontrollable and destroying and killing everybody. So within 2 years, they build a network of satellites to cover the entire planet and a space station. Well, they call it the space station.
Do you know?
But
The
it's...
roadworks on Riccarton Road have been going for longer than 2 years.
That's right. It takes consent for a residential build to take like 6 months. But there's gravity on that space station.
Yeah, and then there's like a door where if you step out the door, suddenly there's no gravity.
Step across the gravity threshold and follow me.
We have munted the world and its atmosphere. So the solution is to build these thousands and thousands of network of satellites around the planet, and to do that, there's this entire field of spaceships all ready to go, and the emissions caused by all of us is just outrageous.
Carbon footprint, eh?
The carbon footprint of their solution is stupid.
Ridiculous. But also, when they did the no gravity where they had the spacesuits on,
Yeah.
that was CG, and it looked really bad.
Yeah.
It, like their faces, like they had lights like in their faces, right?
Yeah.
Inside the suit, because that's what you want in a spacesuit, is a lot of lights shining in your eyes from here. The shots where it was only things in space, they looked really good.
Yeah, there were
But
a few shots
anything where
it
it was
good.
like if it was like a shot of the satellite and it's spinning and the space
Incredible.
is there, that looked awesome.
Real good. Yeah.
When they showed their faces, and that's in those situations, it looked stupid. And when they showed stuff on Earth happening, it looked really bad.
Yeah.
There was that bit in where it's like Dubai.
Yeah.
And it ends up being like a massive tidal wave that freezes or something, and then a plane lands, and this all happens like in front of this one person, one chick.
That's right. She's
There's
right
like
on
a
the
whole
edge.
street.
She's on the edge of the storm.
Yeah, the whole street. This plane lands on the street next to her, and it shows it from above, like that thing. And then like a length of street, it just her. It's like there's no other people in this whole city running away or getting in a car and driving away.
And the plane crashes down right beside her. She's running down an alleyway. End of the alleyway is a brick wall, and she has nowhere to go, so that plane just stops right there, right there in front of her. Well, that was lucky.
Jim Sturgis, is he the brother?
He's the brother, yeah.
Right. He is trying to act real hard. Like his haircut is horrendous. His haircut it's terrible. It looks like a swim cap made out of horsehair.
What is it?
The president's called a security briefing. It was not on the schedule, so I guess I'm now on duty.
It looks greasy.
Just looks like you just put it on. Because he's meant to be this government agent who's worked his way to like 3 people away from the president.
That's right.
But he's constantly stressing out about everything.
What's our next move?
Okay, I need you to find anything you can on a file in Project Zeus.
Project Zeus?
He's like sweating and like, oh,
Yeah.
don't worry,
His hair is greasy and slicked down.
You can trust me.
Yeah.
He's got Alex Jones and something.
And she's like, okay
then.
let's kidnap the president.
It took 40 minutes, I think, for me to realise that they were good guys. To Jared Butler, because Jared Butler is clearly the protagonist.
Yes.
So it's like we're meant to root for him. And the brother's being a dick the whole time and like lied to him about being in charge and is pretty much bollocking him, fires him and bollocks him the whole time. And you're like, okay, so we're not meant to like this dude.
Yeah.
And then she seems like she's with him, but not very emotional towards the start. Like it's more like they're just together for career reasons or something like that. And it looks like there's a bit where he finds out about that guy in Hong Kong. I've got this information. It wasn't a pipe thing. It was actually this. Yeah. And she's like sneakily listening in and stuff. And you're like, oh, she's a mole. Like the way it plays out is like you think, oh, she's listening in on this and she's going to kill him or attempt to or something. And then she doesn't.
Yes.
Can you see me? Hey. You there?
Yes.
Hey, I need to know you've got this.
Yes.
Can you see me? I'm a professional. I'm a professional. I'm a professional.
Welcome back. So where were we?
I was going to mention, if you have epilepsy, don't watch this movie. There's a section in this movie
Yeah.
where for 5 minutes, roughly, there's one solid, pulsing, bright light against a dark background. And I was like, God damn!
Old Andy Garcia. He just seemed pissed off.
It was weird,
In
his
this movie.
thing. Because it was like, they sort of set him up to be a red herring because everyone's talking about how it must be him.
Yeah.
Because he's so
And
powerful. He's the
he's
sole controller of this thing. Yeah. But as soon as it became clear that it wasn't him,
Yeah.
he became a lot nicer character.
He did, yeah. that was, funnily enough, as he was being kidnapped.
Oh, yeah. So there was a bit where this African guy, the Secret Service agent who's the thug worked for Ed Harris, crashes his car. And it rolls upside down. And it just looks like it's upside down. And then it just cuts to a close-up of it and it just explodes. Like it just... Ed Harris just talking... Then he was just talking about his plan. He's just yelling out his plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, right after it passes, I'll be the sole survivor, ready to be sworn in as the next president of the United States.
And he's just saying it. Also, there's some other stupid things. Like they go, oh, we're going to destroy... Their plan is to destroy everything they don't like.
Yeah.
And live in the nice places. But they have a system that controls the weather. So just make the weather nice where you are. So he decides he needs to stay behind. They have to blow everything up, right?
Yep.
Self-destruct is going.
Armageddon
He's
ending.
got 8 minutes to self-destruct. But he's got like 1 minute to shut the system down. And so he has to stay and shut the system down. So he does that. He says goodbye to the chick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So he's just, I get to the exit. Oh, it's not working. It's not working.
Yeah.
And then like, in the dark, there's the chick is still here.
She's there.
And
She's been waiting.
She's just been hiding in this corner. Ever since he left, she could have helped him. But she just hid in this corner, and her plan was to wait for him to come to escape. And then when they go to leave, there is no escape. They're like, oh no, where is he?
Yeah.
There's no capsules left. We're going to die.
Yeah.
So it's all blowing up. He's grabbing his thing. He's escaping. He's getting through. So there's a whole lot of things where, like, the slightest bit of debris hitting his suit would kill him because it would just either go through him or cut a hole in this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they in space, the two of them get out, and there just happens to be one of those random satellite capsules there, and they get in that. But they go across this like 100-meter area of exploding satellites and get completely untouched by any debris.
Do you believe in a Hail Mary?
Their self-destruct sequence is completely random. Things, and when a self-destruct sequence, you could calculate it. You would be in control of this, but things are.
So anyway, they all think, everyone on Earth thinks they've died, and that's the brother and the fiance.
Tears are in
Right,
their
and the
eyes.
brother's like, he's watching it on the viewfinder, and he's real sad. And his fiance, who's just become his fiance, stands way over there and doesn't comfort him, doesn't talk to him, just looks sad way over there. But I was really happy to see that the Indian boy found his dog.
They showed him like 3 times.
Yeah, they just seem to, like, what if the dog's name is Paul, let's say?
Yeah.
Paul! And then Paul runs off.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it's like, Paul! He comes up. It's like, oh, what, that subplot got tied up?
And they're clapping them like heroes. Yeah. Whereas in reality, billions of people have just died. And
Everyone
this
would
is
be
not
like-
a happy ending.
Yeah, everyone would be like, the system's broken.
The moral of the story seemed to be, we've all got to be better people or we're going to die horribly in some sort of weather event. Oh, well, I would give it a passing mark.
Yeah, I'd say like a 6.
Yeah, maybe like a 6. I'd agree with a 6.
I didn't think it was bad enough to be funny.
Yeah, that's
It was just bad.
There was one bit that was so bad it was funny, and it was a panning shot leading into the White House. And there's a gate, which I've never seen outside the White House before.
Oh.
And there's a guy standing at the gate.
Yeah.
And it was like the perspective was wrong,
No,
and the lighting was wrong.
it was like there was 4 elements of green screen CG.
Yeah.
Like they were just photos. So it was like a photo of a driveway with a photo of a man in front of it.
Yep.
With a photo of the White House behind that. And then the sky behind that looked like it was a different photo. And none of it matched up. And it was on screen for like 1 second.
Yeah.
You need to become a better person and save the world. No, I don't want to. You need to. Okay. That's my summary of the movie.
Yeah. You know what?
What?
After all that, I still don't know what the GO stood for.